Coming up on CT Sports Now, the grim news of an injury to the UConn basketball program.
We'll have that, plus exciting day, it's signing day. Who's going on to play at the college level? Stick around.
Give those two young men a pen, and it's our coach's spotlight and historic figure in girls high school basketball. The feature coming up next here on CT Sports Now.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to CT Sports Now. We are on Vantage Sportsnet. If you have Frontier as your cable provider, if you don't, you should. You can also see us on CW20, part of the Fox 61 family. Mark Robbins, Noah Finns from the studios at Sacred Heart University. So, some bad news for the Huskies.
Yeah, it has been they have struggled this season to have consistency. They've had some strong moments, and Jalen Adams has certainly had strong moments in his career, coming off a less than strong performance on Sunday where he was benched, and then here, 6 minutes in against Temple on tonight, going down, going for a loose ball. Watching the replay, you see as the Temple player falling on that left leg and getting it caught is Jalen underneath him, and the initial diagnosis, an MCL sprain and MRI set for Jalen Adams tomorrow, the senior, out for the rest of this game, and boy, UConn never recovered on the floor. Aligning Moore with a three, and then Moore to Justin Hamilton, and just like that, UConn was down big. In fact, they trailed it by 26 at halftime. They were just trying to stay afloat, but the Owls hitting threes, scoring on the inside, and really took control of this game when Adams went out and never let the Huskies breathe. And UConn falls on the road. Tough loss in the American, 81-63 the final. UConn 4-6 now in conference play as they'll be at Memphis on Sunday.
All right, meanwhile, the UConn women's basketball team with a victory tonight. All players on their games against East Carolina. And Napheesa Calser pushes it to Katie Lou Samuelson, knocks down the three. Big game for Katie Lou. Little later, Crystal Dangerfield doing the same from the corner. You just can't leave these Huskies open. That's what they'll do to you. Huskies playing a little D as well. Force the turnover, and it's Collier going in for the easy lay-in. This is the Huskies we're used to seeing, not what we saw against Cincinnati the other day, albeit that was a win, right? Samuelson gets the ball in transition, able to finish, plus the foul. How about the game for Katie Lou? 31 points. Again, defense leading to offense. Dangerfield, the steal. You're getting respect there with the nice pass to Samuelson, back to Dangerfield. UConn wins it, going over the century mark, 118-55, going to get Temple on Saturday.
The U-Heart women are rolling along in the America East. Howie the Hawk making a new friend as U-Heart not making any friends with the Retrievers of UMBC. The steal off the press. Jabria Ingram to Lindsay Abed, and that got things started. U-Heart's pressure defense forced 30 turnovers by UMBC. Alexia Douglas finishing off that fast break. Yet another steal here in the first quarter. Jade Young out and running free for a layup. A 20-5 start for U-Heart, and Abed was having some kind of night. We got a farmer's market special, 3 for 5. More than once. Abed with a big night, 36 points. For the senior, Lindsay Abed leading U-Heart to its 9th victory in conference play, 92-47. U-Heart 9-1 and in first in America East.
All right, let's move on to girls basketball now. Big matchup in the SEC. This Mercy team has been coming on strong. Daniel Hand trying to get some big victories before the state tournament starts. For that, we bring in the voice of Coast Guard women's basketball, Daniel Zampano, joining us again with the Mercy Daniel Hand game. How did it go, Daniel?
Went pretty well. I don't know if I could top the Coast Guard game from the other night, but I'll tell you what, whenever these two teams get together, it's always an entertaining game between Mercy and Hand, the two Tigers playing. But tonight, they kind of got something at halftime that was not only entertaining, but it was off the basketball court. Let me show you what I mean. That is Anthony DePola, the custodian. He should have performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. He was so good. That was excellent. All right, to the game we go. Mercy up by 1. Sophia Finkelday, the baseline J, and it's 26-23. Mercy on top. Coach Coes likes that, but not this. Turnover in their own end. Hadley Houghton, I'll take that, and we've got a cat fight. 28-27, Mercy on top. Hands starting to catch fire, though. Brooke Salatari, the freshman, flings one in from three. It's a 34-30 Hand lead now, but Mercy, as they have all year long, shuts things down in the fourth quarter. Lily Hedge underneath, 44-36, Mercy on top. And then the miss from three, but they crash the boards. And Rachel Coppola shows no mercy with the jumper from the baseline. Mercy, a 52-38 victory over the Hand Tigers. They'll get at career on Friday, while Hand will go play at Wilbur Cross Friday. All right, how about we move a little more east? Fitch Falcons celebrating senior night. That's Michaela Charles Haley, and she and the rest of the Falcons taking on Waterford. The Lancers were running early. Juliana Bonilla, the tough shot, but you know what? She's a tough cookie. 4-0 in favor of the Lancers. How about that shooter here? Amy Pinch. Ouch. 3-ball, corner pocket. It's a touchdown lead in the first quarter for the Lancers. Here's Bonilla, and she knows that sharing is caring, and Gabby Kramer giddy up to get that one and scores a 9-2 lead there for Waterford. Fitch would fight back, though. Charlotte Carney down low for two, makes it a 3-point game. And then Rita Safransky gonna eye-hold this long two. It's a 43-31 victory for Waterford over Fitch. Waterford will get Ledyard on Monday, while Fitch will finish up their season actually tonight on the season finale, an 8-12 record for the Falcons after this one. Now, Mercy, we just want to talk about them 1 point more. They started out 2-5 after being ranked number 1 overall in the state. They have won 11 of their last 12. Guys, there's no team hotter. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Nice job. Very nice job.
Yeah, he's right about Mercy being a hot team right now.
Nobody is.
I know.
Boys or girls.
I know, and they started off young and, lost some of their players from last year's state championship team. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to go to overtime to settle a game on the ice tonight. Stick around. Some great highlights coming your way next.
The first person to survive Alzheimer's disease is out there. They're going to hold on to everything the disease steals away. That smile they can't hide. That dance class they love. Every single piece of them is going to make it through. And the Alzheimer's Association is going to make it happen by funding research, advancing public policy, and spurring scientific breakthroughs. And by providing local support to those living with the disease and their caregivers, we're easing the burden for all those facing it until we accomplish our goal. Alzheimer's disease has devastated millions of lives, but that's all going to change when we reach the first survivor. But we won't get there without you. Visit alz.org to join the fight.
If you want to go into the sports communication and media field, there isn't a place that's located in a better spot in the country than Sacred Heart.
You'll learn how to do every single job in the sports industry and give yourself the best chance to get hired right out.
We can offer this at a master's level that really makes sense. So people can come here for one concentrated year and come out ready to work in the sports industry.
We're here for lifers. We're here to develop your skills for a 40-year career in sports media. We're the perfect place to start.
Expect amazing with HBO and Cinemax. Epic storytelling, larger-than-life movies, and so much more. Watch live, stream anytime, or experience it on demand. All included, free with your subscriptions. Seeing is believing. Order HBO and Cinemax today. Go to HBO Channel 802 and Cinemax Channel 832. Click OK with your remote.
Here at Kentucky Taco Deck, it's all about good food and good times. For us, it's about supporting our community, and what better way than through our local sports team.
Really good.
Which is why we sponsor the CT Sports Now Team of the Week.
Email us at ctsportsnow@gmail.com and send us your recommendations for the sports team of the week.
The winner will be featured on CT Sports Now,
and we'll throw the team a party.
Kentucky Taco Deck in South Norwalk, where it's all about good food and good times.
Welcome back to CT Sports Now. We got our appetites just all fired up and ready to go with some girls high school basketball. We're going to continue to feed the monster in a good way.
Am I the monster? I think I'm the monster.
We all, in a good way.
The collective monster. How about that? Jonathan Law has been piling up wins. Add another to the win column for the Lady Lawmen. Taking on Sheehan tonight. Sheehan, early on, playing well. Haley Lagasse from deep nails the 3. Law down 18-8. Katie Karaneski to Olivia Kowalski. She bangs home the 3. That'll help get you back into the game, but Sheehan coming right back. Olivia Robles with a nifty pass to Caitlin Hunt. She gets it to drop in. So we got a close game, and then Jonathan Law starts to take control. Shelby Green runs for a bit, banks in the layup. Law starting to get on a roll from there. Green sees Fallon Andriolis, and she knocks down a little floater right here. Law again, Andriolis again. She can score in bunches. This time, one-on-one with a defender, able to spin around her and score. Law goes on to win at 53-48. 13-5 now. Jonathan Law going to take on Cheshire on Friday. Sheehan goes to Brantford on Friday.
Oh, a couple of solid teams. All right, we're going to move on now with one of our correspondents from here at Sacred Heart University. More girls basketball to talk about, and to do that, we want to bring in Nick DiMartino. Nick, your matchup tonight.
Hi, guys. Tonight I have Colby Cathedral at Notre Dame Fairfield. This is a very loud, foul-infested game between two teams going into the game with only one loss. So the game, both teams start scoring a little bit later on in the first quarter. Erin Harris with the mid-range jump shot. And then Colby starts to come back. Grayson Kerr, how appropriate. So now 7-6 Notre Dame. And then Shantaya Stencil, all right, for Colby's first lead of the game. Now in the second half, Notre Dame starts to make a comeback. Yamani McCullough hits the 3. And then towards the end of the second half, Colby starts to take control again. Shantaya Stencil again down low. And then a little bit later on, with less than 2 minutes and a half, Grace Kerr. Okay, so the score at the half was 22-14 Colby, but apparently Colby needed me to be there in order to win the game. Notre Dame Fairfield goes on to win 56-49. Notre Dame Fairfield is now ranked number 1 in the SWC, and Colby is now ranked number 2 in the conference. Guys, back to you.
All right, Nick, thank you so much.
That SWC is heated there because you have Notre Dame Fairfield, Colby right behind him, one game behind him, and Newtown is right there as well. So it's
solid at the top.
Absolutely.
Deep
They're, listen, that regular season championship is coveted, and there's 3 teams vying for it. It'll be interesting to see which one of them get it.
In the boys basketball, SWC, bragging rights for the city of Stratford. Oh, my goodness, Bunnell and Stratford in the big rivalry game, and everybody's getting fired up at the Red Devil Gym, third quarter, and Stratford's up 3, and then Zach Fadak puts them up 5. Bunnell's going to rally. Tyler Staggs Burgess getting through the defense for the scoop and the score. Stratford coming back. Joe August, no look to Jaquan Kirkland. It's a 9-point lead for the Red Devils after 3. Bunnell with Khalid Moreland going the opposite end, getting the bucket. Bunnell's down just 3, and then Maximus Edwards of the maximum effort. Bunnell down 1, trying to foul late. Stratford putting the final touches on a victory. The Red Devils, go crazy, Devils, go crazy. You did it. 58-55.
All right, let's head out to the ECC. You got Ledyard and NFA. These two teams played Saturday. NFA won that one by 9. Trying to go for 2 for 2 here. NFA's Andrew Gronko gives up the ball, gets it right back. Yes. Give and go. The 3. 36-32 NFA at that point. Ledyard responding. Ken Turner getting out on the break. Plus he's fouled. NFA just a 2-point lead late in the third. Bring in that super soft from NFA. Mason Jackson flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Going all Kareem on us with the goggles and everything. 41-37, NFA with the lead. Ledyard going to return the favor. Turner coming right back. The dagger 3 from the corner. Wildcats with some defense. Nolan Malkenthan gets the steal. The half-court pass to Nick Hay. He finishes in transition. It's a 1-point game late in the third, but in the fourth, the Wildcats pull away. Jackson dives, drives rather, goes behind the back and in for the finish. NFA holds on to win it 64-54, 11-6 now on the season. The Wildcats from NFA.
Time now for a debut of one of our newest correspondents. She's coming out of Western Connecticut State University, and highlights of a big boys game between Simsbury and Southington. We want to introduce you now to Kaylee Collins. Hello, Kaylee. How are you?
Hi, Mark. I'm great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Very good.
I'm good too, if you care.
Oh, no, I'm good that you're good too.
We're on pins and needles. We want to see these highlights.
Well, yeah, of course. It was a pretty even matchup between these two teams. The Simsbury Trojans taking on the Southington Blue Knights tonight. And let me tell you, from the very beginning, Southington sets a pretty strong tone throughout the first half. That's Jared Kelly with a 3 for the Blue Knights. And a little cheerleader in training right before the half. There you go. Heading into the second half, Southington still with a pretty comfortable lead here. That's Colin Burdett with a bucket for the Blue Knights. But Simsbury determined not to go down without a fight. They're pushing for that comeback, and that's Jalen Williams there with the shot. Southington keeps on pushing through here. That's Colin Burdett yet again with that steal and a nice little layup for the Blue Knights. And, you know, with the Southington team, Colin Burdett, he is just on fire tonight. He comes in with yet another layup for those Blue Knights, and they will walk away victorious tonight, leaving you with a final score of Southington 49 and Simsbury 43. Southington will stay home taking on Hall on Friday, and Simsbury will host Avon also this Friday. Guys, back to you.
Well done, Kaylee.
Kaylee's going to walk away a winner tonight, that's
right.
for sure.
Fine addition to our team. We're thrilled to have her here with us.
Let's move on now. Boys high school hockey. We got a call from the governor. He made a request, the new governor, Lamont. He said, can we get some highlights from the twin rinks at Enfield? And maybe can Newington be in this game?
You sure that was the governor?
I think it was.
Okay.
So there we go. And there's a look at the Indians. They're having a great season. First time we're getting them on our highlights. And Ethan Ranger, you know, he's originally from New York. That makes him a New York Ranger. And a 1-0 lead for Newington. Second period now. Andrew Graham. And it's a 2-0 Newington lead. But then 2 no-nos for Newington. And it's a 5-on-3 power play for Enfield. Alex Cunningham on the deflection. The lead is down to 2-1 in the second. Another power play coming up for the Eagles. And it's simple. Zach Hacia just on a stroll. Ta-da! 2-2 at this point late in the second. Cunningham comes through again, popping one in the crease. A 3-2 advantage, and Newington would not relinquish the lead. Goes on to win it by the final 5-3. Newington has 11 wins this season. They're having an outstanding year in Division II.
What a great one between Xavier and Notre Dame West Haven. Xavier opens the scoring here. Chase Maxwell, his pass is blocked, gets it back. The wraparound is good. Xavier up 1-0. Second period now off the faceoff. Notre Dame's John Michael Childs scores on his second attempt. If at first you don't succeed, all right, we're tied at 1. Later in the period, Falcons retake the lead. Evan Pace is first to the loose puck and scores. Xavier up now 2-1 after the second period. 1 minute into the third, Notre Dame's Zach Schroeder scores off the pretty feed, and we are tied at 2, and guess what? The game is going to go to overtime. Take you to that overtime frame now. Puck will be sent down the ice, and watch Maxwell beat everyone to it. Coming up on the far board here, and there he goes. Can anyone get in front of him? No. The left-hander, good. Game winner, Xavier, with the 2 exciting overtime victory.
I mean, getting back at these guys, you know, they beat us in overtime the other day, or a couple weeks ago, so it felt really good to get one back. This is huge. This is an SEC game, you know, so I think this will definitely turn our season around. We got all the momentum in the world, and going into next week, got a few tough games. We got a back-to-back, so I think this momentum will carry up to that.
It's all about getting momentum at the right time, Mark. Maybe Xavier's getting it back.
They might indeed. We're going to take a quick break. Coach's Spotlight coming up next.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings. Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? lay it all on the line. Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade?
See ya!
Right at it, right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
So whatever you're gonna do, claim it. Leave your mark on this world.
Watch me, Mom. Watch me, Dad.
Watch me, Coach. Watch me, Sheehan High School. Watch me, St. Joe's. Watch me, Waterbury. Watch me, Farm.
Watch me, Fairfield County.
Watch me, Connecticut. Watch me play. Watch me work. Watch me compete.
Watch me get to the quarterback.
Watch me cheer. Watch me throw them out. Watch me score.
Watch me cross them up.
Watch me win. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. No, watch me. Watch me. I'm Vantage Sportsnet.
Vantage Sportsnet by Frontier.
Fox 61 and the Connecticut Interscholastic Athletic Conference are teaming up to spotlight Class Act schools. Meet one of the student athletes who promotes and encourages positive sportsmanship.
The Class Act program has been implemented at Chester High School through positive sportsmanship being demonstrated at our athletic competitions and the making of Cheshire t-shirts to promote school spirit, and then the money was then donated to cancer research.
For more info, go to fox61.com/sports and click on the CIAC tab.
Welcome back, BT Sports Now. You know, with last night's win over Bridgeport Central, Danbury girls basketball coach Jackie DiNardo joins an exclusive club. 500 wins for a Connecticut high school coach. Tonight, she is under the coach's spotlight. Our coach's spotlight is brought to you by Burns Insurance and Financial.
Congratulations. Well deserved. All right, you
500 wins are only part of the story, only part of what defines Jackie DiNardo as the Hall of Fame coach she is.
You know, she's finally getting her due as the talented coach that she is. They love her. They love playing for her. They love part of being all of this. It takes a special person to do that. And something like 500 wins, unfortunately, that's how she's getting her due. She's that good forever.
Get to the spot, then get your hands up.
Ask the Hall of Fame coach, and she defines the milestone not as numbers in a column, but rather as opportunities to reach young people.
You know what it means? It means a lot of young ladies that I got to be a part of their life and to support them being out in this gym. I've always been a big believer that, you know what, the kids are better in my gym than on the streets.
To me, she's like my second mom. Like, she's always there for me, like on and off the court. And as a team, like to the team, we couldn't be like more happy with a coach like that.
As a coach, DiNardo brings with her a wealth of basketball knowledge. She was an All-American at the University of Texas, playing for one of the all-time great coaches, Jody Conrad.
She's the one that inspired me to do this. I didn't care about anything else. I wanted to coach. And how she treated me, the respect, how I respected her, I expect that out of my kids.
She then went on to play for another icon, Pat Summitt, then the coach of the U.S. national team, where she won a world championship.
We weren't the best of friends, you know. She was really hard on me. She almost broke my nose with the pass, by the way, and I got good hands. But you know what? I wanted to so bad show her that I could do it. It made me a better player. You shouldn't be beating us down the floor.
The two legends of the game influenced her, but her style is all her own.
She's really tough. She pushes you to your absolute max, but when you fall down, she'll pick you right up.
Again, coming down left side, make sure you look right side. It's wide open. You know what? I love the game. That's all I can say. I love the game. I love being here. I tell the kids all the time, I said, you know, this game is won on passion and heart. You know, you got to have the heart to be here. And if you're not going to be here to give me everything you got, then you know what? Pack your stuff and get out. And that's what I teach. And if I don't be that role model of that saying my words, then I'm not being a good teacher. I'm a good coach. Still, we got to make the easy layups. Got to make. Yeah.
DiNardo's other job is as principal of the Reach School in Danbury, a school for at-risk children. Another opportunity for her to reach young students.
And I'm in a tough school. My school is kids that kind of like, I'm the end of the rope. They've gotten kicked out of other schools. They haven't made it other schools. Their attendance is bad. They don't have a lot of, family support. And you know what? It's really important to me. And, it says if you save one child, you save a child, that's good. But not me. I want to save more.
Those are the victories that matter most to DiNardo. And every day she adds another.
Now we're going to go for 501. Yes.
Did you ever have a coach who had a great impact on you when you were a kid? I know I did. I'm Ken Burns at Burns Insurance and Financial, and that's why we sponsor Coach's Spotlight on CT Sports Now. It's our way of highlighting people who are having a positive influence on our youth, the people who are helping to create tomorrow's leaders. Burns Insurance and Financial, securing your future and honoring those investing in our community's future.
The first person to survive Alzheimer's disease is there. They're going to hold on to everything the disease steals away. That smile they can't hide. That dance class they love. Every single piece of them is going to make it through. And the Alzheimer's Association is going to make it happen by funding research, advancing public policy, and spurring scientific breakthroughs. And by providing local support to those living with the disease and their caregivers, we're easing the
Going to Syracuse, Darren Warren, the defensive back to David's left, will be attending Trinity next fall. Both signing their letters of intent today in front of family and friends. And, well, both talk about how they got to where they got, especially for Summers, who, had to come through after being decommitting from Maryland early.
Going through the entire process, especially having a decommit from a school and commit to a school late, but I mean, it was a lot of stress relieved, and I'm very excited to be part of the Syracuse family. I mean, the biggest thing for me was the coaching staff. I got to know a lot of them throughout this process. They came to my house multiple times. They came to visit school. They were very transparent with everything they said. They were very genuine, and I think that just made me really comfortable with my decision.
The first time I went there, I just had a great vibe. I loved the coaches. And I love food as well, and their food is good. They had a family aspect to their football team and good academics came along with it.
Huge crowd. All right, we had a huge crowd at Windsor. I think we're going to take a look at the signing. They had a couple of athletes signing at Windsor High today. Want to get to what was going on in the library there. Gabriel Bryan will be a wide receiver at Wagner College in the fall, and Julie Fontaine taking her softball talents to Eastern Connecticut State. Both, again, a huge crowd gathering in the library to honor these two and hear what they had to say, and they both are thrilled with their decisions.
Wagner just came, they showed a lot of interest, because it's a Windsor alumni, and I like the program there, and it's a good fit for me, and I could definitely start there.
Actually, I was really not a favor of it until I actually went to the campus and saw the campus. It's a beautiful campus. It's not far away from home, but it's close enough that if I need to come home in a day, it has what I want to do.
What's that?
I want to major in education and minor in coaching, hopefully. That's the goal.
That is the goal, and good luck to them, and good luck to everybody. Several students around the state signing letters of intent today, mostly football players. This, of course, the second of two signing periods, most signed back in December.
The UConn football team signing 5 different players, all from out of state today. They're going to have some sort of announcement to talk about that tomorrow.
All right. We will have plenty of announcements to talk about tomorrow, too, when we have yet another show here at Vantage Sportsnet. It'll be